It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, July 9th, the morning edition. I'm James Spann. It's hot, it's hazy, it's July in Alabama. When's the heat ridge going to break down a bit? Let's go in there and take a look at things this morning. There is indeed an upper ridge across the Southeast United States, keeping things pretty quiet. Most of the active weather on top of the heat bubble. And out west, a big upper low is near San Francisco. Starting off the day in the 70s, Birmingham at 78. We'll expect a high up in the low and mid-90s again today. North of the heat bubble, flash flood watches in effect from Tulsa to New York City. Severe weather, a possibility today for cities like Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia. Tomorrow, a marginal risk over parts of the plain states. And this is interesting on day 3. This is a Saturday. The guys at SPC all of a sudden introduce a marginal severe weather risk for parts of central and south Alabama, with the idea that the core of the heat ridge might be shifting a little to the west. You know, we're in that time of the year where a few degrees difference at 20,000 feet can make a big difference in if you see thunderstorms or not. And we'll take a look at this as we go. But generally speaking, not a lot of rain here for the next 5 days. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week, showing little, if any. And again, understand, yes, there's the chance of a storm every afternoon. We had one or two yesterday, but when you only have one or two in a large state like this, most people stay dry. Tropics, same story. The Atlantic Basin, very, very quiet. Hey, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. Look at the trough out west over California. They had some hail around Lake Tahoe yesterday with a cold air aloft with that feature. But here it's the old ridge, and the weather should not change much. The GFS is at 95. The NAM is at 94 today. Lots of sun. Risk of any one spot getting rain small. And really the same thing tomorrow. Now, Saturday, as the weekend begins, that 594 ring, kind of keep an eye on that. That we often talk about the ring of fire where storms develop on the periphery of that. And it does seem as though it might be shifting a little to the west, and maybe parts of east or south Alabama could pick up a storm, a little better chance. But the skill at identifying small-scale changes, a few days in advance is so small, we're not going to change the forecast much and just go with hot with hazy sunshine, isolated storms in the afternoon. Same thing on Sunday. And again, we'll expect mid-90s over the weekend. Monday of next week, that looks pretty dry and hot. Same thing, mid-90s. Now, this is Tuesday. The GFS on this run and also on the OZ run tending to back down a little bit on the idea of an eastern trough and maybe an upper low forming around Memphis that we showed you yesterday. Still, it's got the core of the heat a little west of here, but that looks relatively quiet and mostly dry. And even Wednesday of next week looks dry. And again, we showed you runs yesterday that actually looked pretty wet with highs back in the 80s. This would suggest we'll still highs in the 90s with only isolated storms. So confidence is pretty low in this next week. And this is Thursday, a week from today. Same thing, pretty much a ridge here. And again, it looks pretty hot with only isolated storms. So consistency out here has not been good. We'll watch the 12Z run and see how that looks later today. Here's the end of the forecast. This is Saturday, July 18th. 594 heat's core a little west of here. And again, that looks very typical for summer, partly sunny with a few scattered afternoon storms. And indeed, if this run is right, the ensemble numbers here are going to be pretty good for the next 15 days. Highs, low to mid-90s, lows mostly in the 70s. Anomalies, July 16th through the 22nd, a little above average here, if that works out. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.